All right, hello everyone. This is one of the site coordinator series. We have Jennifer Blair here from Buffalo High School who's going to talk to us about her Decision Day programming and ideas at her school. Thanks, Jennifer.
Hello, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here first. All right, so I'm Jennifer Blair. I'm from Buffalo High School. We are located just west of the metro area. We're in the Buffalo, Hanover, Montrose School District. We have roughly 1,850 students, 9th through 12th grade, and our senior class size range anywhere from about 430 to last year we had close to 500. It was our largest so far. For introduced lunch, we have 19%, and then we host all of the Minnesota Goes to College events. We do College Knowledge Month in October, the FAFSA completion nights, as well as Decision Day in the springtime. So Decision Day, we decided to call it Decision Day instead of College Signing Day because we wanted to encompass all of our seniors and all of their post-high school plans, whether they were going 2-year, 4-year, trade school, military, looking at apprenticeships, or going straight into career and jobs right away. We wanted everyone to celebrate. And we wanted everyone involved, whether they were seniors, staff members, or 9th through 11th grade students as well. So for our seniors, we had them wear their post-high school plans. So if they were going to college, they were wearing college sweatshirts or hats and things that just encompassed wherever their plan was. We had some military students wear either t-shirts or full gear, carrying their military grade backpacks that they had already. And then job or workforce, one year I had a student show up and they were wearing their FedEx uniform already. So it just depended what their plan was. Seniors participated in stations using the passport that's shown below during their lunchtime, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And then we gave prizes out to all of our seniors as well who participated. And then our 9th through 11th grade students, they participated in what we did was Decision Day bingo. So what they would go around the school and they would look for seniors wearing military Navy gear, and then they'd get that senior to sign off on their bingo card or a specific college, in-state, out-of-state. We wanted our 9th through 12th graders to get involved and start asking questions about post-high school planning. So they're able to watch our seniors celebrate during the celebration, but then they're also throughout the day doing this bingo during our passing times. And then our staff members were also involved. Our first year doing this, we all wore college gear as a symbol of where we went to school, where we were an alumni from, or just other gear that we had from colleges that we've attended or been on site or just really enjoy. But this last year we wore B-team shirts, as you see in the picture below. And so you could see who were the staff members versus the students when you looked inside of our celebration. We're standing in front of our picture wall from last year on this photo. And our staff members also volunteered during their lunchtime. It was a choice. If they wanted to come down during lunch, they could help out with the stations. If they had prep during that lunch block, then they could also choose to volunteer. And staff members really enjoyed it. They got to see the students basically become passionate about their post-high school plans and get excited about talking about how they made that decision. And so they want to be down in the gym, and I didn't necessarily have any problems finding volunteers to help me out when we did the celebration. When I first started Decision Day, I didn't have any money because we don't have a budget in our office really, and I knew I was going to need some supplies. And so I went through Reach Higher and Better Make Room initiative to get tools and the toolkit that you can download for free. And then they're also paired up with a college football playoff foundation through Donors Choose, and they offer a $500 grant. So you can apply for the grant earn the grant and then purchase your supplies through the different vendors that are on Donors Choose. And so I was able to get a lot of supplies that actually have carried over the last couple years, which has been nice. I haven't had to get that grant every year. I also ask for donations from local businesses, anything from Culver's coupons to McDonald's little coupons, gifts, mugs, gift cards. We had Jimmy John's bring mini Jimmys to our entire senior class during this celebration 3 years ago. It was so cool. The kids thought it was the neatest thing. We get cake from Cub Foods, and they donate a sheet cake, and then we buy the rest of our sheet cake from them. And that's just a way that they can give to us, and we feel like we're contributing to them too. Marketing is hugely important, I feel like, to the success of Decision Day. It's great for your school, it's great for your students, and it really creates that culture when you're talking about post-high school planning and getting ready for it. So the picture that you see there is a graphic of our last year poster. I start the marketing as soon as spring break is over, and I make sure it's really visible for all students to see, so they know it's coming. And I've got signs up counting down. I've got large banner posters as well as the ones that you're seeing throughout the school. So students can start getting excited about it. And then I've got new sayings and slogans each week, so they're in tune to the fact that something's changing or different about it. We also do some marketing on our sidewalk the day of. We'll put chalk out there, so as students walk in, they can get excited about it. Last year, I'm remembering all the seniors walking in as I'm putting up the final touches on the posters outside of our gym, and they're wearing their gear and they're excited to see that I'm working on something and that they're prepped for the day as well. The other thing that we do is we invite our school board members to come in our district office. It's really cool when you can get your school board members walking throughout the gymnasium and checking out the celebration, as well as our district curriculum director, our admin, and then the staff, of course, is there too. And students get excited about the adults that are invested in their life. This is what our Decision Day celebration looks like. It's an atmosphere, like I said. We want it to be exciting. We want to have music playing. We've got the college reps and the mascots, as you can see below on the bottom left. We have the reps there to meet with both our 9th through 11th grade students, but also our seniors. Oftentimes they'll bring something to celebrate this to the seniors, so a t-shirt or a folder, just welcoming to their university. And then we also have the mascots running around. So our Decision Day celebration takes place during our lunch time. We have 4 lunches that rotate throughout the lunch period, so it's about a 2-hour time frame. And the mascots are walking through the cafeteria, trying to engage our student body, but then also walking through our gymnasium, which is connected or right next door to it. And they're taking pictures with the students, doing selfies, that sort of thing. And then when students walk in, they'll get their passport, and then they start at the top left. You're going to see the survey. The survey is done on a computer just through Google form, and we're collecting information like what is their name, what's their post-high school plan. If they know specifically, they can add in as much or as little information as they know. And then I selfishly am also collecting their personal contact information outside of their school information. So that way, if they're interested in becoming an alumni panel rep for College Knowledge Month in the fall, I can call them or email them and say, hey, we're going to run a session. Why don't, here are the times. Does it work for you? And I can pull those students in to run an alumni session, which our kids love in the fall. So that's this first station. And then the second station, which is the teal picture and the purple on the top, is our gratitude station. So our students write thank you notes to somebody who either helped them along the way with their post-high school plan or helped them their senior year as they're finishing out, and they just want to say thank you. If there are cards that are going to someone within our district, we do interschool mail or deliver them at the high school. If they're writing them to their mom and dad, we have them just take them with them. It's really cool when we sort these out. We've got anything from second grade teachers to coaches to people at the high school level, retired teachers where we're mailing some of them out too. But it's really cool. And then sometimes you'll occasionally get those letters from your students too, and to be able to read some of the praise that they have it's just fantastic. The picture on the far right, that is our next station. That's our advice banner. So it's to the class of 2020 from the class of 2019. So this is last year's. And they write something positive on there, some sort of supportive message or phrase or anything that they can think of that the seniors might need to know, like relax, you can do this, listen to your counselor, or whatever it might be. I take this banner then and I again use it in the fall when I celebrate College Knowledge Month at the school. So we put it up in October. So the banner that you see there was put up this last fall for our seniors, the class of 2020, to look and read from the class of 2019. And they get excited about it. You can see them gathering around and checking it out, like, what is this poster and what does that say? And they don't sign their names at all, so it's just a comment on there. But it's really kind of a neat thing. The bottom right is our what I just call the grad caps. They're those purple dots. The students write their first and last name and then their post-high school plan. Sometimes they'll take pictures with them, like with the picture wall, doing selfies. And other times they just leave them there, they just fill them out, and then they take their own selfie without the dot. But we take those purple dots, and when you have 400 of them or more, that's a lot, and we're able to polka dot, literally cover hallway walls in polka dots for the whole month of May. So we do 2 walls going down to our cafeteria that students travel on every single day, at least twice a day, really going down and back. And they can see these polka dots, and people are like, well, what are those? And it's really, it's just an added feature, and it draws a lot of attention, something different when you have plain walls and all of a sudden there's purple polka dots that show up. And then you'll see the center picture is one of our photo wall. Some students just take small groups or large groups. This is actually a large group of Mavericks. There's 2 counselors in here, a teacher that was down there, and then a group of girls and the mascot, which was really kind of neat. We've had a variety where just one person takes a picture and they post it on social media, or we get groups. When you see all the colors down in our main gym, you kind of start grouping kids together, and they get excited about, oh, you're going there too, I didn't know that. And so it's a way to make those connections. On the bottom then, as they're leaving the gym, they'll take their passport out, and we do a cake for all of our seniors. And so as they're leaving the gym, there's the black box that you see on the table. They put their passport in there, and that's for the prize drawings. And then they get their slice of cake. We put that on the outside of our gym, so that way it draws a little bit more attention, like the mascots do, over to the gym area. It gets our 9th through 11th graders interested in what's going on over there. I want some cake. How do I get that? And you start talking to them about, well, when you're a senior, this is what we're doing. And they get excited to know that's in their future, and that's me next year, and things like that. And so you're seeing it not quite done there. We don't have the balloons and a few other things on the table there, but you kind of get the gist of it. So after decision day is over, we have unfinished business. You'd think that that's it. We've done it. We celebrated. Our work is done, but we're not quite done yet. From our survey, we do identify students, groups of students that don't have a clue about what they're going to do when they leave high school. And you are in the last 4 weeks of school or 5 weeks of school. And so you're trying to figure out, how do we get them a plan or get them some ideas so they might have a direction? And what I do is take the survey and identify those students, and then I invite them back to showcase some career and technical options. Last year was our first year doing that, and it was really successful to give them an opportunity to meet with a couple technical school reps that talk about different certificate programs and the way general education works to transfer to four-year colleges. When the colleges came to the school, they agreed that we could do free applications for them, and then we supplied free transcripts for the students. So that's what we did last year. This year we were planning to showcase more career and technical options, more apprenticeships, and do like a mini fair where those students can walk around and kind of decide who they want to stop and talk to. So unfortunately we didn't get to do that this year, but that is something that we do after our decision day to follow up with those students. And then just some of the questions to add into what Beth had asked us to kind of prepare. She said to pick a couple questions to answer. And so one thing that people usually ask is, how do you get other staff and admin involved? And I just say you invite them. You make it known that this is an all-school event. Even if we're really celebrating those seniors, it's about everybody and everybody celebrating them. So I invite them. I ask the teachers on their preps, their lunch breaks to volunteer their times. I reach out to the district office and the school board members. Just if you invite them, they'll come, and then they talk about it, and then they come with more people the next year. So that I encourage you to do that. And then I can't just leave you with one tip or advice as you're starting out or maybe working on improving some of the things that you do. So I'm going to give you two. Think about how you can represent all students. So again, I'm going back to inviting all, but you're representing all and all of their different plans, because it's not just about a kid who goes to a four-year college. It's about a kid who's worked their tail off and is now ready to become an adult and provide and do something for society. And so how can we make them all feel involved and important and showcase all the different areas that a student can go into? And then the last thing is don't forget and don't be afraid to use your student groups and other groups within your building for your planning and prep. I didn't do that my first year, and it was exciting, but it was super exhausting. And the longer I do this and the more times I do it, the more I want to involve other people, because they have more ideas to improve what you're doing, but they also have hands. And so rather than me working until 6 p.m. on a poster that I'm not very artistic with, I can have a student group create that, and they do fantastic work. And it's done for me, and I can just assign it to them and they get it done, and they'll get it to where I need it to be. And so don't forget some of those students. They want to be involved, and they make it their own. They get excited when they can be a part of that prep for the celebration, and they can say, oh, I made that over there, or I helped Miss Blair do those. So involve your students, doesn't matter what grade they're in as well. Thank you.